Are you ready to hear the truth about hydrogen cars? Toyota CEO Koji Sato has revealed why he thinks hydrogen cars won't work out. With bold claims and a unique perspective, this is a story you won't want to miss. Come, let's find out what he told us, and let's know more about hydrogen-powered hydrogen vehicles. Toyota's CEO Koji Sato has confirmed that hydrogen cars will remain a top priority for the Japanese automaker, even as it ramps up electric vehicle production. Outgoing chief Akio Toyoda was also a major proponent of hydrogen as an alternative to fossil fuels, but his preference for the two technologies and indifference towards electrification earned him considerable backlash from critics. Sato has promised to re-energize the company's EV initiatives, but he has also promised to maintain and even expand its hydrogen focus. "We want to ensure that hydrogen stays a viable option," he commented, adding that the automaker needed a production and transport supply chain. Toyota's CEO Koji Sato recently made remarks at a race where they had hoped to compete with a new hydrogen-fueled race car. However, the vehicle caught fire during a test run 1 week before the event and was not present. A company spokesperson noted that hydrogen was not the cause of this problem. Rather, it was the insufficient consideration of our design work. Whatever fuel we used could have leaked and caught fire. Koji Sato believes that hydrogen is the way forward when it comes to carbon neutrality. While virtually every other automaker on the planet is focusing solely on battery electric vehicles, Sato believes that hydrogen will be the backbone of Toyota's future. Speaking at an endurance race on March 18th, Sato outlined his plans for when he takes over as Toyota CEO. He mentioned the importance of exploring non-BEV solutions and believes that BEVs will also play a crucial role in the company's future alongside hybrid and hydrogen vehicles. Toyota, the world's top-selling auto brand, is investing heavily in hydrogen technology and aims to promote it in automobiles through fuel cell EVs and hydrogen-powered engines. The company is not solely focused on EVs, however, as it has set aside $13.5 billion over the next decade for battery production and the launch of 15 electric models by 2025. Recently, they collaborated with Kawasaki, Subaru, Mazda, and Yamaha to produce, transport, and use hydrogen. They had already developed a hydrogen-powered engine vehicle that debuted at a recent racing event in Japan. Despite the lukewarm market reception of Toyota's first FCEV, the Mirai, the company remains confident about the future of hydrogen. The Mirai is a mid-size hydrogen fuel cell vehicle manufactured by Toyota. It is the first FCV to be mass-produced and sold commercially. The Mirai is based on the Toyota FCVR concept car, which was unveiled at the 2011 Tokyo Motor Show, and the Toyota FCV concept car, which was unveiled at the 2013 Tokyo Motor Show. The FCV range is expected to be approximately 430 miles under Japan's JC08 test cycle. The Mirai uses hydrogen as fuel and converts it into electricity through a fuel cell stack. The only byproduct of this process is water. It has a large grille and other openings to allow cooling air and oxygen intake for use by the fuel cell. The Mirai sports a luxuriously smooth ride, a pleasantly trimmed cabin, and solid build quality, and it's surprisingly composed to drive through corners thanks to its rear-wheel drive architecture and excellent weight balance. The pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, full-speed range dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure, alert with steering assist, lane tracing assist, and automatic high beams are some of the safety features available in the Mirai. The Mirai's sales failure can be attributed to several reasons. Firstly, the lack of hydrogen refueling infrastructure is a major issue. In the US, the Mirai is exclusively sold in California, as no other state has the required fueling infrastructure. This limits the potential market for the vehicle. Secondly, the high cost of production and purchase of the Mirai is another factor. The cost of producing hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is still high compared to traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. This translates into a higher purchase price for consumers. Thirdly, battery electric vehicles have become more popular than hydrogen fuel cell vehicles in recent years. BEVs are more efficient and have a longer driving range than hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. They are also cheaper to produce and purchase than hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. Lastly, Toyota's focus on hydrogen fuel cell vehicles has been criticized by some as being misguided. Critics argue that they should focus more on BEVs instead of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. When talking about hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, fuel cell electric vehicles are a type of electric vehicle that uses hydrogen as fuel and converts it into electricity through a fuel cell stack. The fuel cell stack works together with an electrical motor to power the vehicle. During the vehicle design process, the vehicle manufacturer defines the power of the vehicle by the size of the electric motor that receives electric power from the appropriately sized fuel cell and battery combination. Although automakers could design an FCEV with plug-in capabilities to charge the battery, most FCEVs today use the battery for recapturing braking energy, providing extra power during short acceleration events, and smoothing out the power delivered from the fuel cell with the option to idle or turn off the fuel cell during low power needs. The reason why HPV is failing is that hydrogen-powered vehicles are failing in the sales market for several reasons. Firstly, the lack of hydrogen refueling infrastructure is a major issue. Hydrogen fueling stations are not as common as gasoline stations, which limits the potential market for hydrogen-powered vehicles. Secondly, the high cost of production and purchase of hydrogen-powered vehicles is another factor. The cost of producing hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is still high compared to traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. This translates into a higher purchase price for consumers. Thirdly, battery electric vehicles have become more popular than hydrogen fuel cell vehicles in recent years. BEVs are more efficient and have a longer driving range than hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. They are also cheaper to produce and purchase than hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. Lastly, the lack of government incentives for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is another reason for their low sales figures. Governments around the world have been providing incentives for BEVs, but not for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. This has made BEVs more attractive to consumers than hydrogen-powered vehicles. Koji Sato's love for creating cars was one of the main reasons he was elected as Toyota's new CEO. As the world awaited the groundbreaking revelation from Toyota's CEO about the future of hydrogen cars, he dropped a bombshell. Can Toyota's bold stance change the course of eco-friendly vehicles? Comment your thoughts about hydrogen-powered vehicles in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.